Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Today is April 22nd, 2024. My last video was about 2 days ago. So, do I have a message for you? But before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you and gives clarity, great. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story. Salted cucumbers. So, I had a dream that it's always like about a party. Well, that I had got invited to a party. So please be cautious of being invited to like parties, right? I don't know. It's specifically like parties. Like it's supposed to be like a gathering of some sort, right? Like an event or gathering. For some of you, you could be invited to a party by someone who just likes to throw party. Like they just like to party, right? It's really good. Just get a cucumber, wash it, and then cut it up in pieces, and then cut those pieces up into pieces, and then just sprinkle it with salt. So good. Very refreshing. So in the dream, I was like at this party, right? And it was a different party, and it was thrown by a different person, right? But the whole theme of it was like the same thing: embarrassment. It was to embarrass me, right? So, because recently I talked about a dream that I was invited to a party, but it was kind of like a boat party, right? Like it was like very elegant and all that stuff like that, right? And the means to embarrass me there was by having me in that dream, the one I previously talked about, was having me dress like I was told, oh, it's casual, don't worry about it. But like I was the only one dressed as casual, so that was supposed to like embarrass my appearance, I guess. She's such a princess. So I love it. Those are all yours. Mm-hmm. Well, these go in your house. Yeah. That's Pillow Cat. Yeah. That's Cakey. Candy. Oh, this goes into your... Yeah, this is all Gabby's dollhouse stuff. Here, baby. I'm going to put it right here. Right? So, in this dream, I got invited to a party. And there was, like, a woman. And I don't know what her problem is. She just wanted to embarrass me in the party. So the first woman in the other dream, right? That one was a much older woman, and she was trying to embarrass me with my appearance, right? Kind of like, oh, let's make fun of the collective because of what the things that they don't have. Meanwhile, we have this, and it was also kind of like to prove a point, like, see, they don't have this, so they're not one of us, right? That was like the whole boat dream. And this dream, it was a different woman. Same zodiac sign, different woman, different age, different ethnicity, all of that, right? But in this dream, the means of embarrassment was like gossip. I gotta blow my nose. Oh my gosh. It was like gossip, right? And there were like, sorry, I have to blow my nose. 1 second. Ow. Oh, the trees have bloomed. Wow. Okay, that's beautiful. So this could be because you're blooming, or you've bloomed, or you've blossomed. That's also been a really big theme in the past month. Blossoming, coming into fruition, coming into your own, right? But in the dream, this woman she was just trying to embarrass me, and like, but with like gossip, or like trying to dig up dirt so that way she can like spew it in front of a group of people. so that way she can have those people like cheer her on, like a bunch of rah rah rah, like yeah yeah, right, like a lot of those people. And there's something also to do about a man. So in this dream, this woman felt embarrassed for some reason about a man. And so her means was to embarrass me in front of a very large group of people at a gathering because she felt embarrassed about a man. Hold on. Right? How odd. Because I had with the same scenario in this dream with the same person took place in another dream, but the diagram basically like this. There's a woman who likes this guy. This was the dream. I have it in my book. There was a woman who liked this guy, but the guy did not like her. She liked him. The guy liked me. I liked the guy, and then the girl was vengeful towards me because her affections were not being returned to the guy. And so her, like, in her mind, it was like, well, I have to embarrass the collective now. But here's the thing, right? Those two dreams are tied together. But here's the thing. In this dream, the one that I just had, even though she embarrassed me, it doesn't have the effect that she thought it was going to have because I didn't care. I didn't care. I'm the kind of person, like, in real life, like, I'm the kind of person, like, it's hard for me to get embarrassed because if you're like, oh, well, you did this, I'd be like, yeah, I did that. Yeah, absolutely. Right? I'm not one to shy away from my mistakes. So this one could be trying to use your past mistakes against you in some way. But it's like the reason why it's like it has no effect because you're just like, yeah, okay, so what? I failed that test. Okay. Oh, so what? I this happened to me. Okay. Like, I don't know. It's giving like super super like mean girl energy, like bully mean girl from like high school, like that kind of energy. But it's an adult, right? We're all adults, so it's just weird. So I don't know. I guess for a big majority of you, the only reason why someone has continuously gone out of their way to do things and embarrass you and was because of a man. Because of a man who did not like her, and that man liked you, and the feelings were mutual between the two of you and not the two of them. That's the only reason why, right? It's like that saying, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. And usually that's true because it's justified. But in this situation, she's just mad because the guy didn't like her, which started all of this, right? So I feel like this is all because you know how also like in TVs and movies, like if the guy doesn't like the girl would like try to bully and put down the other girl, like, oh, you're not cool enough, or you're just a nerd, or blah blah, blah whatever, right? That's probably why the guy doesn't like you, or that's probably why the guy likes her, and blah 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 blah. I don't know. Whoa, you did a great job. Can you color another one for me, please? Oh, she said, you gotta take what you can get with the generosity of toddlers. You know what I mean? Like sometimes they're all like, here. And then other times you're just like, That's funny, though. But that's good. You never want to be too generous. Ooh. All right. So, yeah, embarrassment. Well, this person. Ooh. Oh, crap. Yeah, for a lot of you, there's just like a woman. I feel like the age range is not far from your age range. All right? Because, like I said, in this dream, it was a different woman. than the other woman. The other woman was a much, much older woman. In this dream, it was a woman that was around the same age range as me. They had the same signs though, same signs, same zodiac signs, which is very interesting because that really, for a lot of you, you have an older woman trying to mess with you, and then a woman around your same age trying to mess with you. And it's like, we're all adults. Like, what's your problem? But at the end of the day, it's really not you, collective. It's just them having issues with themselves. Like, in this dream, like, the woman, I don't know, she really couldn't accept that her feelings were not returned. They were not mutual. It's like she couldn't accept that. And for a lot of you, it's like because this woman felt like she was all that in a bag of chips. So, like, she just thought like she was the pinnacle of desire. And it really, like, bursted her ego when the man in my dream was like, no, thank you. Oh, well, I feel like her own ego is what embarrassed her. So this is somebody who's, like, they listen to their ego. And, it's like their ego be telling them things. That's how you got to be careful with the ego. Their ego be telling them things. And when it doesn't go according, they're left with embarrassment. And their pride is hurt and this and that. And so then they want to take it out on the collective. But it's like, it's not affecting me the way you think it's affecting me because I don't care, right? Realistically, this is just because somebody likes you and not the person. That's how it was in the dream, right? But this could be about, like, a job. Like, somebody wants a job. You're not even trying to get the job, but you got the job. And the job came easy for you, right? Like, you got the promotion. You weren't even trying to get the promotion. Oof. And not only that, but the promotion is actually, like, pretty... Like, the job itself is, like, it's... I don't know, like, you got it. It's not... Ooh, yeah. Somebody is stalking you and watching you. It's like I just said, blooming. The trees are blooming outside right now. Like, the leaves are blooming. It says your magic is increasing. This is destiny. And then we have pies and mice. So somebody is watching you bloom. They're watching you bloom. And it's like, there's nothing that they can do about it. So they're trying to, like, embarrass you. They're trying to, like, I don't know. I feel like in this dream, the person in this dream, their means of placing obstacles in your path is by word magic, lies, gossip, embarrassment, verbal bullying, verbal assaults, things like that, right? It's all word, right? So I feel like there's nothing that this person can do about your magic increasing because this is how it's supposed to be. So they're watching it. They're watching it. And they want it. Now, for some of you, this is just about your spirituality. For some of you, this is about a job. For some of you, this is about a man. Your relationship with a man is blooming, and she wants that relationship. She wants that man. Right? For some of you, it's your finances. She wants your money. She wants money. She wants your money. She wants that money, right? It's whoever this person is, they're, like, really, really watching you. And whatever it is that you have, they want it. But in my dream, it came out as, like, a man. This person wants the man that you have or wants the man that you're going to get. This card says, just because you forgive doesn't mean you need to forget. Remember this lesson to move forward. Yeah, I feel like you, collective, you're smart enough to know, like, okay, well, whatever it is that you're doing, all right, you just embarrassed me, whatever, I forgive you. All right, now let me move on. I'm going to move on. This is the kind of person that would be like, oh, you're all love and light, so you should forgive me. And then, forgive and forget, right? But that's not how that is. I feel like one of the reasons why it's also not working is because you see what they're trying to do and you just forgive them. This person wants you to have, like it's giving, like, early 2000s, late 90s, like, high school bully kind of vibe. Like they only bully to get that reaction of like crying and tear and being afraid and scared and oh no, right? Oh, we just ruined the collective's life with this rumor. Ahaha, right? It's like my life is ruined. Oh no, what am I gonna do? I can't show my face at school tomorrow. It's like that kind of energy. That's the kind of energy that they want you to be in, right? Or like, oh no, I can't let anyone find out that I failed this test. Oh my gosh, right? Like that is so extra. I don't know, like what? That's weird, and it's really annoying too. But that's one of the reasons why it's not working, because it's like, oh, I see what you're doing. All right, I forgive you, and then you just keep it pushing. You don't forget, right? Because if you forgot, you would be like, oh. There's something about they want you to like not remember what happened, why this all started, how this all started, but a lot of you could, from the very beginning, you could have known why this was being done, right? If you really know how to trace it, it's because of one particular person, one particular job, one particular paycheck, one particular this, one particular that. And it's like this person, they just want you to forget. But I feel like for a lot of you, it's not about forgiving and forget. You just tend to give the benefit of the doubt. And I literally just said earlier, it's not good to be too generous. You could have been generous with your forgiveness, with your benefit of the doubt, you know? Well, maybe. Well, maybe nothing. They're not going to change. But this is all stemming back from one particular thing. And a lot of you know exactly what that is. That's why all of this, like this whole spiritual battle, the spiritual war, like this person has been attacking you in multiple ways, in many different ways, because of that one particular thing. And now it's like they can't do this anymore, right? They can't bully you, they can't embarrass you, they can't get reactions out of you, they can't mean girl you in a way, or mean guy you, right? They, like, there's also, for some of you, it's like kind of like that jock guy energy. They just be, you know, look at this nerd, ha ha ha, let's bother him, let's hit him with towels, and like locker room energy, right? For some of you, it's because the cool girl liked you, the nerd boy, and the cool girl didn't like the popular jock guy, and that hurt his ego, that hurt his pride, right? For some of you, it's literally like that. Just switch the roles. But so yeah. But this person wanted you to forget what caused all this, where this came from, where this animosity was, like what the seed of animosity was, what started it for this person. They wanted you to forget that. Oh my goodness. Sorry, my nose. My sinuses are just like, yeah, no. But there's some home remedies I'm gonna try for like mucus to like just pull it out. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna try them later today or this week. Body snatchers in disguise. They steal what they can for money and the devil. Jesus. Body snatchers in disguise. So whoever this person is, one of their means is to get people on their side. Like they like to rally up allies. And the whole purpose of that is because they need, this is somebody who tells a story from one point of view, right? They will never say the whole story. They will never do that because they need allies. They need people to be on their side to like help them assuage their ego and to help them feel justified in attacking you. That's another thing that says just because you forgive doesn't mean you need to forget. Like, you know exactly why they do what they do, why they only like befriend certain people. This person also has a pattern of when they befriend certain people, who and what kind of people they befriend. This person has a pattern. Right? You'll notice that they only start befriending certain people when it's time for them to like rally up a mob against you. When they need a mob against you, that's when they start rallying up people. Right? And then they'll like invite them to a big party, a big gathering. And the whole point of that big party, that big gathering is just to embarrass you, to attack you, to bother you, right? But it's not giving them the same, like, it's just not given what they think it's given, because for you, you just feel like, okay, yeah, well, I forgive you. Yeah, I failed that test. Yeah, whatever, you know. Yeah, I lost this job. Yeah, this relationship didn't work out. Yeah, like, you know, whatever it is, it's like, yeah, okay, so that happened, whatever. Yeah, I did this, whatever. You're not one to shy away from your mistakes or your mistakes. So it's like this person wants to like throw it in your face, like, oh, you let this person, or you did this, or you did that, or everybody, the collective did this, and you're just like, yeah, so what? That was in the past. So this person, they just want to like rally people up for like a big, it's like supposed to be like a big grand finale of embarrassment, or like a big show. Oh my gosh, my throat was perfectly fine all morning. They want to have like a big show, like a big dramatic theatrical event of embarrassing the collective. And you're just like, yeah, okay. Because what they want is for people to be like, oh my God, the collective. W. I feel like you're just winning, collective, and this person doesn't like that. Your magic is increasing. This is destiny. They're watching you win. So now they're in the process of trying to get a whole bunch of people, you know, getting them ready for this big performance that they're about to perform, right? They're about to perform something, and the performance is to embarrass the collective. Oh, that's crazy, because I just got my tarot, my Cirque du Tarot deck, and this theme is about this person, this karmic feminine, the one in my dream. She likes to, she's like a performer, an actor. It may not even be a celebrity, but it could be like somebody who's very dramatic, someone who likes theatrics, someone who is just very like, they like the attention, they like all eyes on them, they idolize celebrities, that star, that fame quality. They idolize that. They like that. So this person is trying to like have a huge event, and the only point of that event is to embarrass you. Like, I don't know. They're desperate to get something. Obviously, it's your reactions, right? It's like to putting you down. Your DNA has God's signature. God created you specifically. So here's the thing. This person is trying to like sacrifice you in some way. It's like they need you to have this reaction, because if you have this reaction, it makes their job easier. If you are embarrassed, then that leads to feeling low. This leads to feeling embarrassed. This leads to feeling ashamed. This leads to sadness. This leads to depression. This leads to easily being tempted, and this and that, and blah, 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 right? They need you to be in the very lowest depths of yourself, because it makes it easier for you to be sacrificed, right? If they can do their job and embarrass you and make you feel low about yourself, it makes it easier for them. But they cannot do this. It says your DNA has God's signature. God created you specifically, and because of that, that's why your magic is increasing. This is destiny. They're watching. They're watching what makes you so special. They're also wondering why they can't do this to you, why they can't sacrifice you, why they can't make you a pariah to the community, why they can't. This person is feeling their ego and their pride is definitely being attacked right now because of their own actions, and they want you to be punished for it. They need this. I'm telling you, like, the way humans need oxygen, they need this. They need this moment. This is like their moment for life. Like, this is what they need. They need this. They need you to not be accepted. They need you to not be wanted, to be liked, to not grow, to not bloom. They need you. They need this for, like, I'm telling you, it's like a need for them. Oh my God, my throat, man. I'm telling you, before I did this reading, my throat was perfectly fine. This is a deep, deep desire for this person. And for some of you, it's only because it stems from that job they didn't get, the man they didn't get, the paycheck they didn't get, the house they didn't get, the friend they didn't get. That's really what it is. This is where it all stems back from. Right? Their ego and their pride has been hurt this entire time. And it's like every time they do something, their ego and pride gets hurt even more, even more, even more, even more, even more. So it's at this point where it's like they need this, right? It's like their ego is burning with revenge. Burning. It's like a burning passion of revenge for this person. For some of you, it's a guy, but in my dream, it was a karmic feminine. That's right. It's like she needs to prove to herself that there must be a different reason why she didn't get that job. There must be a different why she didn't get that man. There must be a different why she didn't get that house, right? There needs to be a reason why. And for some of you, you may not have even known that she was trying to get this job, or she was interested in this man, or, she was also looking at this house, right? Or, you may not even known that, she didn't get that paycheck, even though you may have worked the same amount of hours, right? You have no idea for some of you. It wasn't until after the fact that you started tracing it back. Okay, so this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. And then you found the seed of where it all started, and you're like, wow, really? Because of that? And a lot of you, you're kind of shocked because you had no idea that it was because of that, right? So this person they had it out for you because of the job that they were trying to get, and they didn't get it, and you had no idea they were trying to get that job, or like I said, the house, the paycheck. But in my dream, it was because of a guy. I also want to point out, this is very interesting because, in this scenario, in my dream, it was about a guy. So this person, you had no idea that she was interested in the same guy that was interested in you, and the feelings were mutual between the two of you. You had no idea, right? And so I feel like to assuage her ego and her pride and to make herself feel better, this woman could have been saying that you are a man stealer or a home wrecker, or you want what other people have. But that was just, part of the bullying, the embarrassment. Yes, my love. Hold on. It was just, like I said, this person couldn't accept the fact that that man didn't want her. And to make herself feel better, she probably went around the community and was like, oh, the collective is a man stealer. The collective is a home wrecker. The collective does this. The collective does that. But the entire time, that was just because, that guy didn't want her. Z. Yeah, you could be seeing this person in your dreams. They could also be trying to, do things in the dream state so that when you wake up feeling a certain type of way, but you already know, these are not my feelings. What do I have to be embarrassed about? What do I have to be ashamed about? What do I have to be scared about? What do I have to be worried about? What do I have to be stressed about? What do I have to be anxiety about? It's like, that's not, it just doesn't make sense. So it's not working. Families that sleep together, stick together, family secrets. So this could be a family member that had an interest in the same person that was interested in you. So I feel like with the whole ego and pride thing, it's kind of like, well, we grew up together, or, we're brothers, or we're sisters, or we're cousins, or, we have the same background, but they chose them instead of me, right? It's a big blow to their ego. So this is someone that's very, very close to you, that this entire battle, this entire war stemmed because of the guy not liking them back or the girl not liking them back. That's all it was. This is why this entire thing started. Because they felt like, well, we grew up together, we're the same, or we go to this, or this is yeah. A family member had the same interest, the same love interest, and the person that was interested in you. And those feelings were mutual, not between them, between you and the person. So that's why they did all of this. We had the letter Q. Ew. This person's saying, why do I quit? Why should I quit now? Why shouldn't you quit now? Like, what you're doing is not like, oh my God, my throat, man. It feels like there's like it's being scratched from the inside. And now my nose is like super, super runny now too. Yeah, this person has been warned multiple times that what you're doing not only does it not make sense, it's not justified. You've gone too far. You're doing too much. You need to stop. But this person's like, why should I? Why should I? Like, the universe is like telling them, quit while you're ahead. Because at this point, like, you know, and this person's like, why should I quit? Why should I quit? Because I'm telling you, this is a burning desire. They need this. They need to prove to themselves that there must be another reason why you were picked above them. You were chosen and not them. And it's very sad because for a lot of you, it stems back from one simple thing: that job or that house or that man or that woman. Just because they were not picked, just because you were picked over them, that's why they did all of this. That's all of it. Because the guy they liked did not like them, or the girl they liked did not like them, or whatever. But they need to prove it to themselves. Like, there's, right? And it's just as simple as you're just not meant for that person. That's simple as that. That's not your person. But to them, there's like, no, there's no reason, there's no, I can't accept that. Like, how crazy is that, right? And this is the same person that wants to embarrass you and has tried to embarrass you. 111 intuition. Trust your gut and listen to your heart. It came out reverse. This person is not using their intuition. They're not using their intuition. They're being told to quit. Like, stop doing this. And they're like, why? Why should I quit? I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to stop. This is someone who's being very defiant in the eyes of God. Like, they're being very defiant now. At this point, too, because, oh my God, excuse me, what the heck? At this point, you know, it's already been, I don't know, spoken that you're a child of God. Your magic is increasing. What they're doing is not working. But now they still want to rally up a bunch of people to embarrass you at a big gathering. It's not going to end well for them. And they're being told, quit while you're ahead. They're not listening to their intuition. So, I don't know. She's so funny. I'm hearing that song, Misery Business by Paramore. Whoa, one never meant to brag, but I got him where I want him now. Whoa, it was never my intention to brag, so steal him all away from you now. But God, does it feel so good, cause I got him where I want him now. And if you could, then you're what you should. Cause God, it just feels so good. This is this person. It's this person. It's like I don't know. They want, so if this is like a person that's meant to be for you, that person is still not with them. But they want so badly to prove that they are meant for this person. And God's like, it's just not your person. Like, I don't know how else we have to tell you this, but they're not. Like, you need to stop what you're doing because it's just, you're not going to get what you want. You're not going to be able to embarrass the collective. You're not going to get that man. You're not going to get that woman. That house is not for you. That job is not for you. You're just not going to get it. And this person's just like, well, why not? Why not? Why not? I'm not going to, like, oh my goodness. The Empress in reverse. Yeah, I told you, this is a karmic feminine. This could be like a mother figure who's like not even focused on her motherly duties. And then we have the Fool reverse. And then Strength reverse. This person is losing strength. They're losing stamina. They're losing light. They're losing power. I don't know. It's like they're losing that false sense of, like, they're losing attention. Like, for a lot of you, this person, they get their energy from attention. They're not getting attention. Nobody really wants to give them attention. So to them, it's like, this is somebody who would like thrive on views, likes, shares, things like that, right? They love that. So with the Empress reverse, yeah, this person is like, they cannot rest. They're not focused on what it is that they need to focus, because what they're focused on is trying to embarrass you and attack you and do this and do that. One of the reasons why they're not focused is because they're focused on all the wrong things, which is you and your finances and your magic and what's increasing and what you're blooming and this and that. They're watching that and they want that. They're more focused on what's not theirs and how they can have what's not theirs than what they do have. So if they do have a job, they're not focused on their job. If they do have a house, they're not focused on their house. If they have kids, they're not focused on their kids. If they have a spouse, they're not focused on their spouse. If they have a family, they're not focused on their family. Whatever it is that they do have, they're not focused on that. Because they're more focused on what you have and what's going on in your life, in your world, in your job, in your spouse, in your relationship, in your marriage, and this and this and this and that. They're more focused on that. And it's just like, God is telling them, like, literally, you need to stop. What you're focused on is not for you to be focusing on. It's not right. It's not good. Like, you're just, I don't know how else to say this. They're being told, and it's like, they're like, why? I don't have to. Why? They're being very defiant to God right now, to the universe. Your spirit team could also be like warning them, like, listen, because when we come in, we're going to come in swift. So we're going to give you a warning. This is a warning to quit. And they're like, why? They could have also been warned to quit while they're ahead. And they're just like, no, I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to watch, and because I want that. I want what the collective has. I want that. Their house, their man, their divine partner, their finances, whatever it is, their abundance. I want it. This person, they're not abundant at all. They're very exhausted, very tired. If they had people at their beck and call, that's no more. That's why I said this person has a pattern. They have a pattern of when they start collecting people around them, right? Like they have, it's like a ritual. It's like a ritual. Around, like every year around a certain time, they start gathering up people, friends, right? And it's really just to help them with this whole embarrassment of the collective, right? But I feel like it's the past few years it's been getting, yes, my love. Yes, my love. Is that for me? Can I have it? I was going to say, for the past few years, it's been getting harder and harder for this person to rally up troops to go against you. And now it's gotten to the point where it's just like, they might not even have the energy to rally up people or enough people or the people that they need to do this ritual against you. It's really, they just want to like, because if you're if you're in that state where you're feeling very, very low about yourself, right? And you stop caring, you stop growing, you stop manifesting, you stop watering, you stop blooming. Well, all that is up in the open. It's like up for grabs, right? And if it's up for grabs, then they can just swoop in and take it, right? So they need you. It's like about a sacrifice. They need you to sacrifice everything you had willingly, so that way they can have it. And God's like, we're not about what? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So this is why it's like a desire. Like they desperately need this. All right. It's like they truly believe that they can work, that this can work. If they keep doing, this is somebody's like, if they keep trying and trying and trying, maybe one day, right? They truly believe that this is going to like work in their favor. But they're like, God's like, it's not. Just give up. They're like, I refuse, I refuse, I refuse. That line is also in Misery Business Paramore. She's like, I refuse, I refuse, I refuse. Whoa, I never meant to brag, but I got him where I want him now. That song came out in 2007, I believe. So something could have happened in 2007. That's going back. I need more tissues. I don't want to get up though. Well, whatever meant to brag, but I got him where I want him now. Oh, where's never my Five of Pentacles? Yeah, this person wanted you to feel left out, rejected, unwanted, broke, struggling. There's the High Priestess in that card. She's on the rocket. Right here. But it's interesting because even if this person was able to do this, right, you always had a guide. Wow. You always had like a guide with you. So let's say physically you were locked out. Physically you were out in the cold. Spiritually, you were never out in the cold. Spiritually, you always were loved and were always like around, I don't know, family, angels, spirits, ancestors. You were always spiritually, right? Oh my God, I need to get tissue. Hold on. Okay. This person didn't see that because their knowledge only allowed them to see. Oh wow, these are, wow, my throat. Oh my gosh. My throat is like so dry. It's like hurting to talk. I just noticed that these are giants right here. You see? These are faces right here. This person, like, they have no idea. I feel like even still to this day, they had no idea back then. They have no idea now. the amount of protection you have spiritually. Yeah, look, there's a little person on this stick. I feel like they tried to, by putting you in the Five of Pentacles, it's like, I'm just going to get rid of the collective and sacrifice the collective and blah, 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 by keeping them in the Five of Pentacles for as long as possible. But they didn't know, they have no idea how protected you are. You have all kinds of spiritual protection, right? All kinds of ancestors, all kinds of beings protecting you. And the more that you bloom, the more that you blossom, it's like more of them come forward. That's why this person is being warned. Like, now is the time for you to stop. You need to stop now. Because when we come in, it's going to be quick, swift. And you're not going to be, it's like with a blink of an eye, you're not even going to realize what's going to happen. This is karmic feminine. She's being told to stop. She has no idea the protection that you have. It's crazy. Yeah, there's so much in that card right now. You have people cheering you on. You may not even notice this. They may not even be like in your face cheering you on, but like behind the closed doors, or like keeping these thoughts to themselves, like secretly rooting for you. And you know, like everybody knows that, like like that's what I'm saying, like this person's strength is like they cannot rally up as many people as they were able to. Like every year, like the past 2 years, their ability to rally up people against you has been less and less and less and less and less. And the less people that can rally with them, it's you have more people rooting for you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they just... So if this is about a man, they need to willingly give up your divine partner, or a woman. It's like they want you to give up your divine partner, all of it, so they can take it. Because for a big majority... Oh my god, my throat, man. A big majority of that is like to prove to themselves that they were worthy all along. Because I don't know, they want to prove that they are worthy, but that's really what it really... They're just not worthy. They're not worthy of this abundance. They're not worthy of this union. They're not worthy of that. They're just not. It's like every time they were given an opportunity to quit, and one, they're not quitting, and two, they keep failing the test, right? They're just not worthy of it. And they, instead of like just listening and putting down the weapons of war and being like, you know what, let me figure out why I'm not, like, you know, let me figure out why this is like, okay, God, tell me why. Like, let me figure this out. They're not seeing that. They're not trying to figure out why they're not worthy. They're not. They just want to prove, like, yeah, I am worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy. So they're going to stop at nothing. And it's like every time they try, it's just landmines. It keeps blowing up in their face. They keep trying to like do this, and they're not worthy. It's not meant for them. This is not... Look, Wheel of Fortune came out. This is not for them. Man, my throat is like... It's so scratchy right now, like it hurts to talk. Is that the only card I flipped out? Yeah. Also, this person could have told them, I'm not interested in you. I'm interested in the collective. It's like they can't accept that. So not only God told them, but this person could have told them that they're not interested. And this karmic feminine is just like, I am though. I am though. Like, he literally just said he's not interested in you. Like, you're not his type. You're not for him. He's not whatever. And she's like, okay, well, you don't even know. You just give it a chance. Just try it. It's like, what? Like, I don't know. This person, like, I'm telling you, it's like a desperate need. They need to prove. And instead of doing that, like, you need to figure out why God is deeming you unworthy. Right? It's like they're trying to fit in your shoes, and your shoes could be too big or too small or too tight or too loose. Whatever it is, it's not for you. Yes, it is. If you just let me, if just give it to me, and you'll see. I can. No, it's just not for you. They're being very defiant to God right now, and God's like, the world on the fence. Yeah, this person doesn't want to accept the fact that it's just something is just not for her, right? Like, if she's been trying to get something that's not for her, she just can't do it anymore. And she's like refusing to like accept that. Why should I accept that? Why should I quit? If you just give him to me, I'll prove to him that I'm the one. Or if you just give me that job, I'll be the best employee. Or if you just give me that house, I'll take care of it. You just give it to me. Just give me a chance. I'm not going to stop. And it's just like, no. You can beg and plead and plot, ploy, plan and scheme and do magic and all of that. Because at the end of the day, you're just proving even more that you're not worthy. You're just proving it. Like, I feel like this person is doing all of these things to like force it to be in their favor, but God is like, exactly what you're doing is proving to me why I said you are not worthy. You're proving it to me, but everything you're doing, you're proving it to me, and I'm tired of looking at this. I'm tired of seeing this. I don't care anymore. So because you're not listening to me, I'm about to just wipe the entire board of you clean. You're off the board. Get off the board now, right? That's it. That's what's gonna happen. The reason why they were even able to do all of this plot, ploy, plan, scheme, magic, manipulation, embarrassment, word magic, the only reason why they were able to do this is because God's like, okay, you're not worthy. And this person's like, no, watch. And God's been watching this person prove to the Most High God that they are not worthy. And now God's like, all right, I'm bored of this. I'm wiping you clean. I've seen enough. You've shown me enough. You're not getting the message. No matter how many times I portray and give you and relay and channel and show and I've seen. I already know. Like, you keep doing these things and you're just proving to me you're not worthy. So now God's about to like wipe it clean. They're not listening. Well, if you just listen to the Hermit. Yeah, so God could be telling you to stay away from this person, to stay away from these people. This person, you don't need to be around this person. Even if it's like a family member, someone at your job, or a neighbor, you need to turn your back from this person, right? Because the Hermit is not facing this karmic empress. The Hermit is not. The Hermit is focused on their Wheel of Fortune. All right, so that's what you need to be focused on. Check it out. What is it? It came from your nose, baby. That's a booger. She just gave me a booger. Oh my god. She said, check it out. That is too funny. Careful, because you got little heels on. So, yeah, you're just, like, don't pay attention to them. Don't pay attention to this karmic feminine. You already know what she's doing. You already know what she's trying to do. You already know when she's going to do it, how she's going to do it. You already know. Don't focus on that, right? Focus on your wheel of fortune. She's watching this, and you know that, right? You don't even have to be like, oh my God, they're such a stalker, they're spying. No, you don't need to do that, because God's going to be like, we're about to wipe this clean. So all you gotta do is focus on your wheel of fortune, focus on your spiritual growth, your studies, whatever. That's it. That's all you gotta focus on. Right? Like, you know what they're doing. Okay, I forgive you. Right? But I'm just gonna keep you pushing now. Like, what you're doing, it's funny, this person feels like what they're doing is to go against you, but it's reality, they're going against God. They're going against themselves. So it's not, you can do all of this. You can embarrass and lie, plot, plan, scheme, magic. You can do all that you want to me, but like, you're not hurting me at the end of the day, because it's not affecting me, right? You're just hurting yourself, because it's like, you're one spell away from being wiped. You're one lie away from getting into an accident. You're one, I don't know, man. Six of Swords. Yeah, you're I don't know. I mean, this person, you're already in calmer waters. You're at peace. You're by yourself. You're focused on your wheel of fortune, your abundance, your luck. You're by yourself. You're not focused on any of this. You already left this situation. You've forgiven them for everything that they've done, right? Now, it may have taken you a while to like trace it back, but once you realize, you're like, okay, I forgive them for that. I forgive them for this. I forgive them. But it's time for me to move on. And you did that, right? That's it. And this person, they're just like not satisfied with it. They're not happy with this. They're not willing to accept that this chapter has closed. They're trying to figure out how to keep it open. This person is all like in their feels, their mind, like, no, I have to prove it to myself. I have to prove it. I have to. This person, they're going to end up in like they're just putting themselves in a pit of misery, a pit of cycle, pit of despair, because it's like they're not willing to accept this. Like, you're just not worthy. And it does, but here's the thing though. When they heard that they were not worthy, that's when, right? It couldn't even be as simple as like, this guy said you're just not my type, or my feelings are not for you. Like, my affections are not, I can't return my affection for you, right? It's like that rejection, whether it was by this man, by this job, by this house, by this friend, by whatever this rejection was for them, it was like, what? It's like, they just could not. I'm telling you, it's like, they just could not handle that, right? What do you mean you don't like me? Everybody likes me. What do you mean I didn't get hired? I'm qualified, right? It's like that. It's like they just could not. So, but the thing is, I was going to say, it didn't end there, right? But for them, it's like, well, how can I force this for my situation, right? So when they were told that they were not worthy, instead of like forcing the situation to go their way, it's just, they could have used this opportunity to, okay, so if God is telling me that I'm not worthy, let me figure out why. Let me ask myself these questions, like what's really going on? Like, how can I, if I'm not worthy for this person, how can I improve myself to be worthy of a divine union, right? How can I improve myself to be worthy of God's love, or, God's mercy, or God's, how can I be worthy? Like, what can I do to make myself more favorable in the eyes of God? And, what can I do to, make sure that the next job I apply to, I have a better chance of getting that job. They asked none of this, whether if it was God, jobs, a lover, or, they asked none of this. In their mind, they went from, I got rejected, I'm going to force it in my situation now. I'm going to force it my way. And God's like, you're literally showing me why you're not worthy of this particular situation. this particular job, this particular house, this particular lover, this particular union. You're showing me why you're not worthy. You know? Man, I need another tissue. Is that another booger? Oh, no, that's ash. So yeah. Three of Pentacles reversed. They're not learning what they need to learn. And nobody wants to work with them. Like I said, every year it's getting harder and harder for them to gain allies. It's getting harder and harder for them to work with people. For them to find people to work with them. I also feel like people have started to catch on. The only reason why they want groups around them is to like, so that way this person can not only feel justified, but this person can have help in attacking you. And it's like, if they drop these people, right, after attacking you, those people are just like, oh yeah, they only befriended us so that way they can talk crap about the collective. Or they only befriended us so that way they can do this to the collective or do that. It's like, and those people tell those people tell other people, those people tell blah, blah, blah. Like a chain. And it's just like, oh yeah, that person's weird because they only want to talk about the collective or spy on the collective or attack the collective. And they're just weird. And it's crazy because everybody's adults. And it's just like, you're how old and you're still with that mean girl energy. That's lame, right? That's lame, right? Adults being bullies. How lame is that? Right? That's funny. Like, ew, you're how old and you're still a bully? Grow up. Strength. Yeah, you have the strength. A lot of strength requires you to just find peace. Peace from the situation. Peace within yourself. You know, strength to have the motivation to move on towards and just focus on yourself and blah, 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 all that good stuff. So you're good. I feel like you have this little barrier of protection around you, right? Even with the Five of Pentacles, right? I feel like this person's motive was to like have you rejected because they felt rejected. But if anything, it was just like a means of like, that was like the perfect opportunity for you to start working on yourself, right? If this person wanted you to be left out in the cold, that just gave you motive to be like, okay, well, I don't want to be left out in the cold. Let me go find my own shelter. Let me go find, you know, if this person didn't want you, if they kept finances from you, that just motivated you to be like, okay, well, they're not giving me money. I'm going to have to go find a job for myself. Or, you know, it's everything that this person did. It just motivated you to just keep on going, keep on. Get your own finances, get your own home, get your own friends, get your own this, get your own that. And it's crazy because this person may have purposely did things to alienate other people from you physically. But if anything, that just proved how strong you are collective because you did it on your own, right? Out here. But spiritually, you have like giants, angels, ancestors, spirits, all types of beings. I'm telling you, the amount of protection that you have is like insane. It's insane, yeah. Oh. Wow. Did you know that they found, I think it was in Ohio, they found, I think it was a bunch of farmers in Ohio. You can look this up. If I find the article, I'll post it on my community board. And if I don't, remind me to. In Ohio, they found a bunch of farmers. They were digging because there was like this weird hole. And they were digging. And there was like these big rocks. And they lifted the rocks. And underneath those rocks, they found a cavern. And they went through the caverns. And there was like another section or whatever. But in those caverns, they found like, I don't know, relics of giants that once roamed the earth. Like they found You know how like when people explore the tombs in Egypt, they have like those rooms with like engravings and hieroglyphics and things like that. So it's kind of like that, but it was like of giants. And in this card, there's these giants, and they're looking up above the high priestess that's on this rocket. She's like, and this high priestess is like, well, I don't have enough money. I'm gonna go get my own money. You just took off. They're like, okay, well, if you're not gonna be my friend, I'm gonna go find my friends. If you're not gonna give me money, I'm gonna go find my money. If you're gonna leave me out in the cold, I'm gonna go find my own shelter. I'm going. And you were wise enough to do so. You just let that be your motivation. And these people, they're just like, come back. We're trying to sacrifice you. Come back. Right? They're just like, no, I'm gonna go. Yeah, it was in Ohio, I think. And let me see if I can look something up real quick before the video cuts off. Hold on, let me open up a new page because anyways, yeah, I think it was giant human skeletons were discovered in Ohio. Now, already some pages are like putting out disclaimers, but it's crazy because years and years and years ago, I just saw 177. If you look up like flat earth, you'll find tons of articles and pages and things like that, right? Like on Google. But now, like if you were to Google flat earth theory, there's tons and tons and tons and tons of pages that are disclaiming that. NASA even has a page disclaiming flat earth theory. NASA. Now, you know what I'm saying? But it's just interesting how like certain things get discovered and then immediately it's like, oh no, we can't let the people believe that, you know. So I don't know, I feel like I just brought that up because of the whole giants thing, but I will post like a flat earth theory video. I don't know, this is kind of giving me like that vibe. Anyways, I think this is the end of the reading. Bye.